Hello friends, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's out there, plenty of food, toilet paper, whatever. In the garage, decided to clean up some because there's going to be a lot of painting and polyurethaning and staining and everything going on, so wanted to kind of get a little bit cleaner situation going on. This looks great. Put the second coat of stain on last night on the top, and I'm ready to polyurethane it. I can wheel it around. I'm going to wheel it to the back to get it out of the way. Working on the center section now. Got both the shelves cut and fitted. The top is going to be ready to go. I just want to get the shelves in, get that all painted. But I'm going to actually lift this thing up, I think, on some sawhorses because I've got a really fun project coming up on the center section. I probably wouldn't have done it except for because it's going to take a lot of time. But as it turns out, I've got a lot of time, and you might too. So it's a good chance to do something that you normally wouldn't do. Anyway, gonna get to work on this today, and I'll check back in with you in a little bit. But I am spread out. Check this out. All right, I got all my wood and metal moved over to here, which is good. This is just a catch-all right now. My trim, 2x4s, all that. That's the top of the center section. Gotta have the fridge. Of course, we have the center section, fitting the shelves in now. This beautiful piece. I'm gonna paint those screws right there black, but it's just a little detail piece. And then if you go outside, Lord, it's embarrassing. My neighbors must love me. Okay friends, how you doing? So I've got this painted, the shelving unit there inside of the center section. Gonna let that dry overnight. And if we come over here, I haven't done anything with the polyurethane on top. I looked at some epoxy. If anyone has used that epoxy coating stuff, let me know. I wanted to give the stain an extra day to dry though before I did anything. This is the top of the center section that will be reversed. I just want to have the overhanging edges be painted black. And of course I got the trim on this side, and I will be putting metal on that tomorrow. I did get, oh, it was a chore doing this by myself, but I have it up on sawhorses because I want to be able to paint something right there. All right, it's time to make some potato soup. What do you say? Okay, folks, it's time for my favorite recipe of all time, potato soup. All right, this is gonna be awesome. What you need is some potatoes, onion, green onions, bacon, eggs, milk, which I don't have out here. Probably some chicken broth would be good. Malt vinegar optional, but it makes it amazing. You also want to get some crackers and some butter. All right, please excuse my hands. Oh, you need some flour too. Please excuse my hands. I've been painting all day. I've scrubbed them. This is as clean as I get. Don't be grossed out about that. It's time to make potato soup. First thing you got to do, let's cook some bacon. Get your bacon cooking, and whenever you're done with this bacon, you'll put more in, obviously. But you take the grease and you put it into this pot right here, which is filled with chicken broth right now. Okay, so all the bacon grease goes into the pot. Also, this time you want to take the skin off your potatoes, and then we're going to dice them up and we're going to put them into the chicken broth. Okay, you can also dice up your onion, put it in the chicken broth as well. All right, I know people are going to ask, how do you dice up the potatoes, what size? Listen, you do what you want to do. Okay, I would say keep some of them bigger though. You don't want them to boil away and become mushy. You want a little bit of consistency after you're done cooking it. All right, once everything is cut up, put the bacon in there, crumble it up. You got your onions, you got your potatoes. I added a little bit of water. You want to have some extra space in there, okay? Potatoes are on the bottom, as you can see. All right, while the bacon was cooking, great thing to do is to cut up your green onion. Just have that prepared, don't add it now. And you can start, I'm doing 6 eggs with this. I'll show you what to do with those in a second. but this is the key to awesome potato soup. Show you in a second. All right, you want to whisk those eggs, add a little bit of milk, I mean, just a little boom of milk and some salt and pepper. Whisk them up. We're going to add flour, okay, to this. And you want to stir it with a spoon. And you've got to get the right consistency. I'll show you what that is in a second. You're doing all of this while you're waiting on all this to boil. Take your time. All right, the potato soup is boiling. Now you just want to keep it boiling. Get the potatoes to where they're not soft. You don't want them to be soft. You want them to still have a little bit of hardness to them before the next step. Now, as I told you before, this is the egg, and add a little salt and pepper in there, and the milk and whatnot. You want the consistency to be this. So it takes a little bit. There you go. All right, that's what you want. That's just there. It's fine. And in the meantime, you can prepare for the final meal. Those are saltine crackers. Prefer the Kerrygold Irish butter crackers. Very important. All right, these are all things you can do while you're getting your soup boiling and preparing for the next step. All right, while the potatoes are still not quite done, and I added a little bit of salt and pepper in here, by the way, just so you know. You can reduce the heat a little bit. It's time to make the egg rivels. Just a spoon, boom. Do that while it's boiling. It might reduce the temperature where it stops boiling, but the one thing that is absolutely certain is that this will cause a layer, and it will keep the heat in. You'll see. You can make them as big as or as little as you want. I like them big, but you can do whatever you want. All right, stir that up. Now after this, you want to at least go for another 5 minutes or so, but make sure the potatoes are done the way you want, and just let it cook. It'll come back to a boil shortly. All right, this is cooking good. The potatoes are about where I want them. Go ahead and add the green onions there. Stir that in. You only give it maybe a minute more. All right, and it is soon time to serve. It's gonna be awesome. All right, this is, like I said, my favorite meal. Can you see me? Just enjoy it. Salt and pepper to taste. I like to add malt vinegar to it. You can do red wine vinegar too, whatever. I add probably more than most, maybe, I don't know. Do you like salt and vinegar potato chips? It's that kind of thing, maybe. Mix it up. Enjoy the crackers. Tell me what you think about this. This is different. It's not your average potato soup, but it's my favorite meal, and it's awesome. I'm about to dig in, and the video will be a little bit late tonight because I am going to enjoy this. Cheers!